What is up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson and Miss Sarah Jane here. I call her Perry. That's her nickname. Hope you guys are having a great day. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great holiday weekend. Some of you may be off. I know my kids get Easter Monday off instead of Good Friday, so it's kind of weird that way. But thank you so much for clicking on this quick video. I wasn't sure how I was going to get a video out to you guys with such a busy weekend. We've got lots of plans. I was off Friday, went and played some golf with my dad, and it was pretty terrible. Played pretty bad. Made a birdie one and a good sand save and par, but besides a couple key moments, it was terrible. I was not hitting the ball well. Our course is really tight, and it got a little gusty again, 20-mile-an-hour winds, and just not that fun, and I was not hitting the ball very well. But anyways, thank you for checking out this video. We're going up today to the project lawn up at my church. For those that are new and do not know, we planted it's only about a season and a half, 2 seasons old. It started from absolute nothing up at our church, near our playground at our church. We planted some Jonathan Green seed, and the latest is Jonathan Green Black Beauty Tall Fescue. So we've planted it. We're trying to today just get another mow on it. Today is the day of the Easter egg event for the kids up at our church at 11 this morning. So we're going up earlier. We're not able to attend that because we have plans to meet some family out in the middle of the state in Greensboro, North Carolina. So me and Sarah Jane are running up here, and we're just going. Mr. Ronnie says he fixed the mower that stays up at the church, the Craftsman. If you guys remember that video last year, I said using a Craftsman mower and showed you it's just an old used mower, so I don't have to transport my mower back and forth every single time. It's not easy on the back, and I always have to have somebody helping me out. So having one up there, much easier. So it is just a standard push mower, not a lot of assistance on it either, but it's a pretty relatively flat, lawn. So we're just headed up there. We're going to check it out, show you real fast what it's looking like. Remember, for those that are new to the project lawn, that we've sprayed it with AMS as our last application was AMS nitrogen to green it up the best we could. Prior to that, we did spray it with Velocity PM for 1 round, and it's been about 14 days now since we did that. It's got POA all over, so when you look at it from the drone, I did a drone shot for you guys for another video that I didn't release, and it looks really bad from the air. There's patches of green, patches of light brown. I mean, it just doesn't look good at all. So we're trying to get the POA, and obviously if we'd have done pre-emergent, we would have had a lot more control over that, but we failed to do so. So we've got Velocity. Well, the importance of Velocity is that it slows the growth of the lawn. So it probably will be able to be cut a little bit. Now Velocity doesn't completely stop growth. It will still grow. So it has been, like I said, close to 14 days we did it. So it's time to reapply if we are, and I don't know that I will, but we need to mow it to continue to promote growth in the roots and thicken it up the best that we can. So that's kind of what's going on this Monday. So stick around, give the video a like. If you do like it, comment below your thoughts. Let's get a Craftsman mower out. Hopefully we'll get it to start. It'll be simple. It'll be easy. We can mow it, and it looks fantastic when we walk away. We are under a time crunch, so this is going to be quick, and the clips are going to be fast. It's going to be a quick video. So thanks for tuning in. Let's get up to the church. All right, guys, so we have successfully made it up to the church. So real fast, before we get into doing anything, I just want to quickly show you the project lawn. Just to recap, 2 seconds. AMS, Velocity PM. We did do some, I believe, CK and RGS, if I'm not mistaken, when we did our herbicide. So here's what it's looking like right now. The color, at least in my sunglasses here, looks pretty good, and we are still in the shade, and as we mow, hopefully we get out of here before the sun peaks over the church. But you can see where I did come up here earlier and try to squat down. I did go ahead and string trim along the gate here. So just going over this, look at some of this Poa annua. It looks pretty crispy, guys. Now today it's going to be 88 degrees. this Saturday that I'm filming this. The POA is white, a lot of it. You can kind of see as I move along. It's spotty with grass at all, like right here. It gets trampled on a lot by the kids. I was here Wednesday night. The adults just like to walk out here into the grass. It is what it is. But the POA, look at it. Look how white it is. And we've had some, we've not had tons of high temps. So I would attribute this to the Velocity PM. Up here towards these squares, I see it's really thin, like right here, super thin. You've got a little bit of grass. Of course, we've only mowed, what, one time, I think. And so we've not done, so that's a good thing, because mowing more and more will hopefully help this thing thicken up a little bit more and become a little bit better. It's a little thick up here, you know, near the sidewalk, and you can see this is where I need to string trim and edge all along the sidewalk here. But color wise, looks really good. Not very thick. POA seems to be dying. More of the same over here. I also am seeing some Bermuda creep in because of the high temps. Things like this over here. Is all pretty much looking like Bermuda grass. You can see it up close. Hopefully, if the GoPro's showing you, that's just Bermuda. It's so thin, and we may be so late to mow, or just the ground is so hard. I don't really know. Rocks underneath that Bermuda's coming in. So a lot of this POA, again, looking white. You can see behind the fence here, just all of the grass back there. That just looks terrible. We just need to come through and spray all of that weed and grass killer. Kind of thick in certain areas right here. And then to wrap it up and show you over here, not too bad over here. Really, the Velocity seems to have whitened up that POA annua, and I don't know how well the GoPro picks it up. It is very windy too, but it's very white, very white. Yeah, even some of these weeds, it looks like it's definitely attacked some of these weeds over here, because it's been a while since we've sprayed our 2,4-D. We still have that lime greeniness in this area. I don't know what it is. It has to be something under the soil, I imagine. It has to be. But it looks a little thicker from that one mow that we did do. The color looks pretty good. So all we're going to do is even this out. This area, like I'm stepping on, super low. It's not even going to be able to be cut. It's a project lawn. It's a mess. It is not easy when you start from scratch. This dirt has been settled in here for years before we've done anything with trying to plant grass. It really needs to be turned over and tilled up, I do believe. The first 6 inches of dirt just need to be tilled all over, all the rocks pulled up, and then, you know, obviously aeration each year. But Bermuda's coming in. It's far from a perfect lawn, but for the kids, nobody cares. They're like, they come up to me, Steve, that lawn's looking great. And I'm like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? You should see my lawn. It looks 100% better. But for public property, we're trying to get it there. It's a continuous process. And eventually, guys, we may convert this over to warm season. I think that's going to be the case. It's already trying to invade. It's going to be tough to water this during the hot days. It's likely going to convert over to warm season. But anyways, today we're focused on a mow. So I'm going to get to string trimming and do all that. I'm not going to film. I don't have the time, so I'm going to do it real fast. I've got this short little stand. So let me get all my work done. We're going to come back, revisit it, and get out of here. Well, once again, I've spent about 10 minutes trying to start Mr. Craftsman here. It does not start. It started for 2 seconds and then went straight out again, and it's just not my friend. Easter Day miracle. God is my witness. I'm at the church, hand raised to the sky. This is the honest to God's truth. I talked to Mr. Ronnie, you know, a week and a half ago, told him I couldn't get the Craftsman going, and it's placed back here, you know, under our steps, and so pulled it out. He said, man, that thing, it was the bulb, the primer, you know, and he did all this stuff to fix it up. He said, it's ready to go. Got out here. Sarah Jane is my witness as well. She was here with me. I primed it 6 times, just like he told me, pull. It started for like 2 seconds, cuts off immediately. And I'm like, okay, try it again. Prime it once or twice more. You know, 1, 2, 3, nothing. And I'm just frustrated. I'm like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. And I was like, not mad at Mr. Ronnie, just this mower does not like me. And I know that for him, it was starting. So I set it right here and I'm like, well, there's nothing else I can do. We just need to go. I said, one last try. I pushed the bulb 3 times really hard. And I said, Lord, if you want me to cut this grass, please let it start now. And on the very first pull, it starts up, and Sarah Jane looks at me and smiles, and her eyes got big like, oh my gosh, and I just completed the mow. Honest to God, true. So the Lord did want me to get it finished, because I was literally, that was the last, 5-6 pulls, and I was done. And on the first one, it starts. So I think I may have figured it out, pushing that primer as hard as I can. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. But here is what it looks like afterwards, guys. It looks much better. Now, it cut super low. I'm talking 2 inches, maybe 1.75 inches. It looks better. We did some edging. We did get new awnings up by a member of our church above the doors here. The edging looks much better. We do have some grass we needed to hit with the weed and grass killer, but we got some straight out lines. It did cut a lot off, so you see a lot of excess. This is all the excess, I think, that's existing, because I took my blower and kind of blew some of this over, but this was the thickest part. You can see the light areas over here still, but just giving it a haircut, it looks better. And I did it kind of diagonal. I don't know if the sun shows you that, but it looks decent. I mean, it looks pretty decent. Any lawn, if you will mow it and cut it all the same height, it looks better, right? So the growth is definitely slowed down, because we added, a good amount of AMS. I'd say 1/4 pound of N per 1,000 at least, probably closer to half on top of what we've already done. And it's not growing crazy, but look at that. Cutting it short like the lawn mechanic, Rich over there, it looks pretty good. Now, when you get directly over top this lawn, you see the problems, the thinness, the weeds, dying weeds, Bermuda. I mean, it's a problem-filled lawn. You can see back here the light spots, but just cutting it, people will be like, oh man, look how nice this lawn is, because, a lot of them don't work on their lawns, even our church members. But just standing back here, it just looks gorgeous. It looks pretty right now. And hopefully, because of the velocity, because of the growth regulator in velocity, it's going to hold this mow, it's going to slow grow, basically. It's supposed to be 90 today. We need water. That's something we need to keep in mind, but maybe it shows, see, all the white POA, it's really whitened up. This is definitely not the temperatures, because we have not been hot enough to crisp it up, but this is what our POA starts to look like in May, this right here. And it's really, I believe, truly, this was the Velocity PM that's attacking all this POA, that's highlighting it white. So if you've used Velocity, let me know if that's what you see. But yeah, looking great, guys. So that's the mow here at the project lawn. Hopefully they'll have a successful and fun Easter egg hunt out here in the Jonathan Green project lawn, we call it, with a mix of 2000, Lawn Supply AMS, Velocity PM, Liquid Gold herbicide, all, CK, RGS, all that good stuff. So hopefully they have a good time today, and it looks a little bit better for that. We still got lots of work. This is like I was thinking about it while I'm mowing. It's more like a fescue lawn, fescue and Bermuda mixed. So from the project lawn, we've got to roll. God bless you guys. Happy Monday. We'll see you Wednesday with another lawn care video. Take care.